Hello guys, Mr. Max here from Reactionary Principles Gaming. I just stepped in a hole. Last night we had our werewolf game with Phil the Trio, and it was a lot of fun. I want to thank Phil for running this game for us, and also I want to congratulate him. It takes a lot of balls. Like, Phil is not used to be online, to be live and stuff like that. He's just starting his channel with this video, right? So to go ahead and run a game for us, that takes a lot of ball. It's like you can respect that. And if you watch the game, you're like, of course, like some mistakes were made and stuff like that. But that's why we make those games live. We play those games live because they are real game session. We're not talking about like an unrealistic standard of gaming, right? We're not saying that, oh, there's gonna be like, it's gonna blow your mind. No, they're still real game session that we just engage with, that we just play with, right? And that's also why we have this discussion at the end of those sessions where we talk like, oh, what went well, what didn't work so well, what could be improved, the mistake we made, right? So we can better ourselves. And this whole thing, it's a stylistic thing, right? When we talk about like the way we like gaming, that's a preference. It's a style thing. If it's not for you, that's all right. You know what I mean? Just like, I'm not there to I don't want to shit on your parade, right? You can just like listen to what we say. Everything I say is, when it comes to gaming, it's in my opinion, right? I don't need to fucking say that every time. So if you don't like it, well, then don't take it. That's all. Like, I'm offering you something. If it's not for you, I'm not shoving it down your throat, right? But that's not what I want to talk about today. I wanted to talk about setting and lore, because that kind of came in the topic of discussion a bit, because like setting, like the lore of Werewolf is very fucking deep. The World of Darkness, the lore is insanely deep. And I think lore and setting in role-playing game, they should be like a starting off point, right? It's something to get you inspiration and stuff like that, but as soon as you start the game in your session, if you deviate from that, that's alright, right? Just fucking roll with it. Don't make the setting and the lore king. You know, the character is what matter, and the drama is what matter, like what's happening in the game, right? If you go against the lore, that's fine, you know, who cares, right? Who cares if your game is not the same? What happened in your game is not exactly what's supposed to happen in the book, right? And I think I talked about it a bit about that in the past as well, why a lot of like fantasy and sci-fi movies suck. And I say it's because like oftentimes people that write those movie or direct those movie, they have a cool setting that they are enamored with, right? And then they want to present it to you through this story, to this film, and the character just become a vehicle to explore the setting, and that's boring, right? That we don't care about that. Only nerds care about like lore, like they want to fucking read those encyclopedia and shit like that. But people, normal people, we care about character, and we care about drama and what happened in their life and the conflict that they go through and how they're gonna resolve it. It's all about like the people, the character, right? That's what we connect to. So don't put the setting on a pedestal. The setting can be cool and stuff like that, right? But like I said, once you start playing, the game is what matter, right? And keeping the game flowing, and now you create your own thing, right? You might have like started with that setting, with that lore, with that idea, but it evolves through play. When I see like those GM like trying to develop those big fucking deep setting, like who the fuck care? Who the fuck care? Make it simple, keep it light, and let it like be created through play. It's like when you see a movie, like a good movie. They don't fucking like spend like 2 hours presenting you the setting beforehand. You discover the setting through watching the film. It's the same thing in RPG. You can discover the setting through play, right? And that's all fine. So that's why I always say, like, keep your setting simple, because it doesn't really matter. That's not what makes the game interesting. It doesn't make the game interesting if your elves are different, or in this game the dwarf, or whatever. Who the fuck care, right? What's happening to the character that I'm invested in. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day and take care.